This is YouTube. This is Facebook. Oh, okay. Hey, we are live. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you're with us tonight at the Reserve Poker Club, 5105 Glendale Avenue, Toledo, Ohio. And this is event number 4 of our summer series. This is the $500 Freezeout. And I got a special guest with me, at least for a little while this evening, Mike Flynn. Say hello to everybody, Mike.
Hi, everybody.
All right.
Good to meet you.
And Mike's going to join me for a while. Later on, Brian will come in here. Right into the, Mike will join us for a while.
Got it.
And then, I've got to turn my volumes down here real quick. Okay, and again, we went to the final table. We had 10 players. Decided to start our live stream as soon as we got to 9. So we are now at 9 players. You can see what their chip stack looks like there. We got Zach, P. Diddy, Jeff W., Nape, and we got Bill, Dollar Bill.
Dollar Bill.
Yeah, Jason, Miles, Jeff, and Panda. And this is the prize pool. So $500 buy-in. We had 55 entries. And 8656 is first place. Our total prize pool was $25,301. So, Mike, we exceeded our expectations on the $20,000 guarantee.
Oh, the summer series has just been wonderful.
It really
has been great.
It really has. We've been seeing some great turnout so far. We started, of course, Sunday with our free roll and just had great turnout. 236 players, I believe, for that.
Awesome.
And that was fantastic. So here we are in the action. Now we're 9-handed, and Miles is on the button, and he is going to go all in right away. Blinds are 5, 10, and 5. No caller there, so he's going to take the blinds down. And at this level, Mike, that's a big thing, especially if you're short stacked.
Yeah, when you're short stacked like that, you got to pick a hand and go with it.
Yeah. And so there are a lot of familiar faces here. I think just about everybody that's followed our live stream in the past is pretty familiar with everybody here. Miles, of course, in seat 10 is a regular on our cash game. Jeff in the yellow shirt there, that is yellow, isn't it?
It appears yellow to me.
All right, that's yellow shirt. I'm color challenged, not color blind, but my wife likes to point that out.
It's a pretty bright yellow.
Yeah. Jeff, of course, is a previous tournament champion here, regular player. Jeff Wilkie has just recently, and he's going to raise this, or he's going to make the call. We are at 5-10, and a raise from P. Diddy with 7-6, and now with the ace-queen, he's just going to make the call. And right behind him, Jason's got ace-queen. Jason also a regular in our tournament scene here, and now he's going to take it up to $75,000. Dollar Bill gets out of the way.
We got a nice spot building here.
Ed, and now over to Ed, who was on the big blind, and he folds. Back over to P. Diddy, who kind of started this. Let's see if he decides that 7-6 is worth that kind of money. And he does not, but Jeff is going to come along, and they both got the same hand. Let's see. Really, it's going to come down to aggression.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting see how it plays out. And they both hit a queen, and nobody has a diamond.
Right.
How about that?
And an all-in, really good move here by Jason.
Yeah. Now Jeff's got to wonder if he's up against the king.
And he makes the call.
Nice call.
We are going to see a chop pot here. We don't have any audio yet. That'll come in soon, but I'm sure there's a lot of reaction there. And there's our audio from the room.
Yeah, that was a really good call.
Yeah, it was. It was. So I've known Jeff for quite a long time. I used to work at Owens Corning. Jeff works there at Owens Corning. He's actually on his way to retirement by the end of this year. And Jeff was one of the, he and his wife donated $500 individually to our Salute to Service tournament.
Oh, very nice.
And very generous. He tries to get over here. His job has been quite demanding over the years, but now he's getting close to retiring. Working only 1 day a week, and so I think we're going to see a lot more of him as soon as golf season's over.
There you go. Retirement is a wonderful thing when you can get to that point in life.
And you, how long has it been for you, Mike?
5 years now.
5 years, okay.
Yeah, enjoying every day.
Great. So now Jeff, the other Jeff, Looks at King 8. Looked like he was going to put some
Yeah.
chips out there, but P. Diddy
He thought about it.
got a little frisky in that last hand and had to fold.
Jason with a queen 5. Nope, lays it down.
Oh, Miles with a mystery hand. That happens from time to time.
Yeah.
Dollar Bill now, and we're going to expect some action out of Dollar Bill. Dollar Bill is a very strong player, plays a lot of cash and a lot of tournaments. He travels around the country to play tournaments as well. Very experienced player and kind of a very known locally quite well. All you got to do is say Dollar Bill and people know who that is.
Yep.
And that aggression for Dollar Bill pays off. He's going to take down the blinds and build to his stack a little bit. I would say that I'm going to go out on a limb here and say of all the people at this table right now, Dollar Bill has probably the strongest people reading sense. He really doesn't play cards. He plays the person. And when he gets hot, he's a joy to watch.
Well, when you can get a read on somebody, it makes a big difference in the game. And I see somebody's questioning why the heck I'm out here. They think Dom's on vacation again.
Yeah, no, Anthony, Dom has just got a night off. This is a very long week for us, the summer series, putting in a lot of hours. And Brian is actually going to join me at some point. He is managing the floor.
P. Diddy raises up with an ace-king. Dollar Bill calls with a king-queen. No,
he let that
laid
go.
it down.
Yep.
I guess I just assumed he was going to call.
Let's be up next hand.
What you got?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
See, a good player said he gonna see this going
He
live
shows
now.
the ace-king.
I just folded king queen to you,
Yeah,
though, man.
That's another big part of Dollar Bill's game is the banter on the table.
Ooh, good hand.
I know you and I play a similar in the respect that we really don't get involved in that stuff
You know,
when we
I
play.
I typically don't have a lot of conversations. So.
Yeah.
You can see that little ass.
You know, I don't know how to entice somebody into like divulging, and so I don't even try. I understand what somebody's doing when they're trying to show it, it's good for the game,
Exactly.
or trying to call your hand out just so you can show it.
30,000.
And I probably did that a lot when I started this game 25 years ago. But here comes a raise now from Jason with King 10, and now Miles looking down. Miles looks like our low stack, and that's going to
Yep.
go all in with Ace
There
Queen.
you go. He found a hand that he looked like it was a good time to shove.
Yeah.
Right here. You know, I'm going to get me some water, man. Y'all want some water out of here?
Ed lays it down.
Yeah. Going to the water machine.
Zach says no thank you with a 9-7. Jeff suited connectors, no.
All right.
And Jason, who would have looked at more than half of his stack to get that all in, decides to lay it down, and Miles takes down another. And so this is it, series number 4 tonight, which leads up to the eve of Summer Series $100,000 main event, $140 buy-in, great value, right, Mike?
It certainly is.
And this is our schedule. So starting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., day 1A, and there's 2 flights each day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. The doors open tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. A lot of people are coming in, like yourself, to pre-register.
Yep.
That's a smart move.
Both my beautiful bride and I will be playing in the
Which one?
Series 1A tomorrow.
Tomorrow, all
Which
right.
bride? I only have one. She's out playing cash right now.
Yeah, don't. Boy, I hope I don't get caught with that one. Saying that one. Dollar Bill now with Ace Jack is going to raise up to 40,000, and Jeff is going to go all in with Ace Jack of clubs, and it's not much more for Bill to call.
Pretty much forced to call there.
Yep, and again we see two all-ins with the basically same cards in this case.
You suited though, man.
But this time we got 3 flush possibilities.
Guess what I'm getting ready to do?
That's true.
I'm ready to put 4 spades right out there now. I'm telling you. Hey,
Not 4 spades.
Both flop Broadway and a
keep it clean, man.
club draw.
Damn, man.
Ooh.
I wish I could re-roll. I wish I could take a picture.
How about that?
I said, look at that shit there. That mo got a royal, a flush draw, man. He got some shit on. Go for high end.
Yeah, we got some good table banner going in
Absolutely.
this game.
Yeah, that's going to happen when you've got a dollar bill at the table. We've got a dealer change now.
You had a smoker. I'm talking about
Those of you that are just joining us, thank you for joining us tonight. This is Summer Series event number 4. This is our $500 buy-in, $20,000 freeze-out. And Summer Series Senior event has been announced now. Well, there was another event added. This is Sunday night, Mike. And that's $125 buy-in. It is a $40,000 starting stack, 20-minute levels, a late entry through start of level 9. And you and I qualify because we're both over 50.
Is this a freeze-out or is it rebuys?
This is, you know what? I'm not sure. The re-entries. There are re-entries through the first 8 levels up until the start of level 9.
That looks like a nice tournament. And yes, I certainly do qualify.
And now we're back to the action here. And it went from 5 decibels down to none right now. Nape now with King Queen offsuit is going to raise to 40,000. The blinds are at 10, 15, and 10. Ed now
Got pocket 7s. What's he going to do? Just a call. See if he can hit one of those 7s.
And also with King Queen, but it's going to lay it down.
Seeing a lot of copy hands here.
Yeah, that is, we are.
It's unusual.
Jeff's in the small blind. Jeff Wilkie, but he's going to lay that down, and then now we're just going to go heads up here to the flop. King Queen against 7s.
7s are still ahead.
7s are still ahead, but not a great flop for the 7s.
No, and not feeling comfortable with it either. So, we got a continuation bet coming.
Yeah, Nape's going to continue to try to tell a story here.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Now, Ed is...
He looks a little uncomfortable, doesn't he?
He does, but Ed will like to think about things.
Yes.
You know, sometimes, but he lays that down pretty quickly, and a good fold there by Ed. I mean, he was ahead, but man, there were a lot of ways Nape could have caught up there, but just not a great flop for the 7s.
He was hoping to flop a set there, set the trap. Doesn't everybody when they got a small
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, that was. We got back to that seniors event. That's Sunday night. So Sunday is our day 2 of our $100,000 prize pool guarantee main event. We'll be restarting day 2 Sunday at 1 p.m. And then typically what we've seen is about 7, 8, 9 tables in that neck of the woods in terms of what we start with on day 2.
Okay.
Within 4 hours, we'll have plenty of space and room. The Wizard is making a prediction of 13 tables.
What score? Oh, you gotta go and look at your score. Oh, you trying to pull for the first 5?
Oh, all right. So yes, to make the guarantee, we've got to have 10 tables. So we will have on day 1, day 2, Sunday.
Chasing all in with a King Jack suited.
Yep, and
At the bottom
we'll
of the
take
third?
that pot
definitely
down.
definitely the right move there.
2.5
Miles quickly folds.
You got a lot of players at the point now where they really have to be judicious about what hand they're going to play, and they're starting to get a few short stacks here. So a lot of times that means you're going to open up your range a little bit. We got Jeff with 4 big blinds, Miles with 9, Dollar Bill with 10. So it's time to start thinking about when you're going to make your move.
Yeah, anybody in that, usually less than 20 big blinds, but it's certainly, if they're below 15 right now, they're really looking to find their spot. And this could be Ed's. He's gonna raise it up now. Blinds are 10, 15, and 10. And Ed's gonna make it 35,000. Just a little more than 2x.
Not a big raise in that situation.
No, it's not. It's almost kind of inviting here for players. Problem is, if somebody goes up over the top of them,
What trophy? Right there?
Then you really have a decision to
then
make.
you have a decision to make. You're kind of. Jason folds the moose, the 8-5, dollar bill, the Dorothy, queen 3.
Oh, you got names for every hand. Huh?
Play safe, guys.
And there's a jack
There's a
right in the
jack.
window.
Ed gets top pair on the flop and checks it.
Pete Diddy's going to take a stab at this. He's got hearts, and it's all black cards that came out. And Ed's kind of set a trap here. Let's see what he does with this bet.
Yeah, he might not like the spade draw, and there's a gut shot straight. So,
But he is going to make the call. He's ahead right now, quite a
Get
bit.
some more value, and the spade.
Another
That
spade
makes
comes
you
out.
worried.
Let's see if Pete Diddy decides to shove here and force the issue.
He might. Well,
No, he checks it.
oh
And
wow.
now another spade.
And nobody has one.
No.
Who's going to represent?
50,000.
Yeah.
50 to go.
50, and it may not be enough to get Ed off of this hand.
Yeah,
But it is,
yeah,
and Ed lays it down. Back
Well,
to back hands for Ed, where he's laying down the winner or the hand that he's ahead with.
well, in that case, he flopped top pair, and it got worse with the king, and then
Yeah.
he's third pair with the queen and 4 spades.
Yep.
The straight draw out there against a guy that was already calling and raising, so he was in a tough spot. And a good play on P. Diddy's part.
Very good play, and these players, most of these players are quite familiar with each other and style of play. This is an opportunity for players to kind of mix things up and come out representing something that maybe their typical table image doesn't fit.
Yeah, it never hurts to change up your game a little bit, keep
Yeah.
the other players thinking.
Absolutely. I would think
What does the HJ stand for?
hijack. That's the name, the positions, and the position after hijack is cutoff. Position after cutoff is the button.
Oh,
So
Miles.
go to the button back up 2. That's,
Yeah.
That's the hijack.
Zach had raised to 30,000, 2x here, and he's able to pull that off with the king 6 of hearts.
Wow.
And again, there's that table image. I mean, that's and here is a prize pool. We're paying out top 6. Our total prize pool is $25,301. So we exceeded our $20,000 prize pool guarantee. Everybody's vying for that 8,856 first place. We are 9-handed right now. So 6th place, first person, 6th place is going to get 1265. Now Jeff with pocket 3s, this interesting situation. He's low stacked.
There it goes.
He's going to go all in with the pocket 3s.
I ain't got nothing against you, but every time.
And there's a 3 being folded by the other Jeff.
A7 says, yeah,
Yeah.
gonna look you up.
Miles now with another mystery hand, but lets it go. 2 more diamonds here for dollar bill, but he's going to let that go.
well, you're going to get to see her right now.
And Ed with 10-5. So we're heads up action here. Ace-7 of diamonds, and this is pretty much a coin toss,
Jeff
Mike.
is at risk, yeah. And there's a couple of diamonds already folded, so it takes a few of those diamond outs away.
And so far, Jeff's in the lead, still in the lead with his 3s.
And
And the 3s hold up.
wow, good job.
And he more than doubles up here. There was $60,000 already between the ante and the small and big blinds. He gets a call of 70. So now that's going to move Jeff up to 175,000, back to above 10 big blinds.
In the situation he was in, you got a pocket pair, you got to go with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hope you can get isolated and be in a flip.
Right.
And if you're going to win these tournaments, you got to get lucky and win a few flips.
You got to win the flips. Absolutely. Right, Mike?
Yep, you do. It
Yep.
just, it's part of the game.
Want to thank everybody for joining us. Wheelchair Dan is watching. We haven't seen him in a while because he was over in Europe. I think you've played with Dan in tournaments before.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've played with most of these guys. I've played with tournaments.
Yes. Yeah.
My bride and I really enjoy the tournament structures here. It's a great place to be, and I would encourage, if you're just checking in and you haven't tried it out yet.
All in.
Oh, we got an all in.
All you can eat, baby. Yeah.
Suited 9-10.
Now the other, let's see what Zach does here.
He's gonna
Dollar
get a-
Bill's eyeballing him here.
He's going to get a count.
130, I thought he said.
120, it says.
Yeah.
Do it!
And on the big blind, Zach gives it a call here.
Dollar Bill's dominated here. It's tough shape, but you never know.
You never know.
It's poker.
We just saw pocket threes hold up.
Holy macaroni. Look
And
what
he
I
flops it
flopped
straight.
there. You play that shit.
Oh!
Don't do it. Don't do that shit.
We already did it.
All right.
We already did it.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here, man. I was behind anyway, though, so I pulled it.
You kind of got to love flopping the nuts.
Yes, yeah. And Dollar Bill's rational about it. He says, I was behind anyway, so take the chop here.
Oh, looky there when I flop. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, look what he did. He's like, don't do it. I was like, you already
We need the 9 of hearts on the dirt.
That's all what happens. Yeah. Shit unreal, boy. Everybody else getting boarded like a motherfucker.
Another
Right where I want him.
popular phrase from Dollar Bill when he puts his chips in is, whatever's there.
Shit, why wouldn't he?
Whatever's there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I think he does that more in a cash game than he does in a tournament, but mystery hand here from Jeff Wilkie.
Had to put all that money in.
Looks like he's reaching for raising chips. So we get to guess, try to guess what he's got, but he's going to make it 3x and raise it up to 45,000.
All right, so let's take a guess.
Knowing Jeff as well as I do, I'm going to say at least ace queen offsuit.
I was just going to say ace queen. We're thinking alike. Could be ace king. Could be a pocket pair, though.
Could be, yep.
But
early on, he's not going to do that with anything, less than 8s or 9s. And Jeff is also one that does not show. He's very consistent in his play, and I believe I've observed that with you, Mike, as well. You really don't show hands very often.
very rarely, and only if I have a purpose for it.
Yeah, yeah. And see, I'm of the mind that I'm not necessarily smart enough to know what the purpose might be, so I just go default to not showing.
No, Vic, you know better.
If I don't have to. But Zach now is in our chip lead. And this is the final table for our $500 buy-in, $20,000 freeze-out guarantee.
You know, a lot of players will establish a table image, and they may or may not know everybody. So you may want to go one. Oh, we got an all-in, ace king.
Ace king. Miles just hasn't not seen cards here. Back over to Nape, and now Ed.
What does
This
he do
would
with the
be
ace queen?
almost his tournament life to make this call with ace queen.
130 total.
Ed started playing tournaments here at the reserve well over a year ago, I believe. And now he's very busy in his business, is what he says, and we see him usually only now for the bigger tournaments.
Really?
Yep. But he's put in a lot of time here at the reserve.
So I think the reason they take our phones from us is so that we won't look at
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
thinking,
you
oh,
understand,
ace
but
queen,
they
lays
go
it down.
Lays it down.
it. You can go over there. Can we?
That was a very disciplined fold there.
Very disciplined, waiting for the position, waiting for the right spot.
Well, a lot of times you want to be the one that's
Look at this.
ace king. Another
We keep
copy
seeing
hand.
this over and over again, Mike.
Copy hands again.
I don't know that this happens unless you're here in the booth.
This is my first time. I'm auditioning, I think. Either that or I just happened to walk in when somebody needed a break.
Benny Brewers. Hey, Benny, how are you, buddy? Scott Sands, thanks for making the team
looks
tournament
like-
last night. He's going to make this
Looks like a
call.
call.
And with Paul at the helm, they're going to...
Yeah, you never know.
Man, what are you wasting our time for?
Paul has a propensity to throw out 4 to a suit on his boards. I've noticed that.
Yes. Yep. Not this
this
time.
time, no.
Yep. Rainbow, and this is going to be a chop all the way down.
Yep.
But Kevin Wall is watching. But Scott Sands mentioned the tag team, and you played in the tag team last night, didn't you?
No, I did
No,
not.
you weren't here. Okay. Man, it was. We had a bigger turnout than we had expected. We had to call in a couple more dealers.
Oh, wow.
This is the first time we'd ever run a tag team event. It was a dual tournament tag team.
Right.
And people just had a lot of fun. I had a ball. I mean, it was a lot of fun the way it all worked out, the structure.
Well, it's a very unique structure.
It is very unique. And then, of course, we had 4 winners. We had a pair of winners in the one tournament and a pair of winners in the other tournament.
Right.
And it was very interesting. People right away, when are you going to do this again? When are you going to do this again?
Yeah, it seemed to. I heard a lot of talk about it ahead of the event.
And we just weren't sure.
Sometimes you got to try it and find out. And it's a unique structure, something that I have not seen that structure before, and I've played a lot of poker in my life, so I know a lot of people were interested in it, and it kind of got them excited. That was the talk, for sure.
Giving Willing says, "Hey there, boss." Is that somebody that you know? Is he talking to you? Are you the boss of somebody?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Particularly not at home, right?
Absolutely not.
No.
My wife has the CEO crown, and she will keep it.
Noah's watching. Hey, Noah. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Of course, our live streams, Noah's a regular in our Tuesday night, and usually we have Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday night live streams. But this week with the summer series, we're going to do final tables Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for those evening flights. And then Sunday will be the big one. We'll at some point be doing a feature table. And then, of course, that'll be a final table all the way to the end. Their first place guarantee is $20,000 and a trophy. There's a trophy available tonight.
Oh, boy.
I'm
got
sure.
the trophy.
And the wizard will probably give us a picture of that shortly.
Well, if you have not decided to come play in these qualifiers for the main event, it's an absolute ball to play. And the nice thing is, 10% of the people that enter are going to make it automatically to the main event.
Automatically.
And $200.
Yep.
Right?
As soon as you qualify for day 2.
You're free rolling. If you make the top 10%,
yeah,
you're free rolling.
Right.
You got cash in your pocket, or enough to go for another entry and get that $1,000 double bag bonus, which is a really nice prize.
Yes, and that's paid immediately as well.
You can't go wrong.
No, you really can't. Just a great value for $140. A lot of opportunities between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 2 flights each day. We have the capacity to seat 170 people. We did that Sunday night for our free roll.
Yeah, I was here for that.
And
that was a fun tournament.
And I thought we pretty quickly got. All right, here we go.
Dollar bill.
Dollar bill. Doing this with queens this time.
And we got a call.
My man.
No, not yet. And another low stack here. Jeff, it would require all of his. He did. He's going to let that go. And now there's a decision. Tough decision for Jeff, I think, because he's got 4-1 almost on what Bill has there.
140.
So 140. Now, if he's putting him on a strong ace, I mean, right,
flipping,
then the threes, he did see the threes win earlier. I don't know if that's going to impact his. I call this poker is a very situational game.
It is.
What?
Nothing even close to that.
Oh, well, shit, I got something. Let's see.
Oh, God, you're crushing.
We've got a call.
Oh! No, let me go on. Hey, good game, gentlemen.
Oh.
Dollar bill. Say a good game.
Already conceding a three's coming.
Oh, my.
All around it. But there's 3 spades.
There's spades there.
Don't do it.
A 3 or a spade.
There's the spade.
Oh my goodness!
What I tell you about 4 to a suit ball.
Wow.
You see that a lot.
Yeah.
That's my observation. It seems to see a lot of times you see 4 4 to a suit board.
Joshua, we had 55 entries for this tournament today. We got started at 5 o'clock, and our final table started just about a little over an hour ago. And now we are down to 8-handed. We are paying the top 6, and first prize is 85-65. I believe I've got that memorized now. But now Jeff becomes our chip leader, followed by Zach.
How about that?
And then P. Diddy, and then Nape, and now the guys down there looking to make a move as soon as they can would be Miles, Jason, and Jeff.
And with dollar bill gone, it might be a little less chatter at the table. You never know.
Yeah, we'll be quieter. It's going to put more, more effort on us. So
Oh,
now Ace Jack clubs, King 10 clubs. That's a good fold, Jeff. Wait for a better position, particularly since you had an all in front of you. And this is what Dominic likes to call the nemesis, is the King Jack. And to his mind, it's you kind of get suckered into this hand. I guess it's from his own personal experience, though.
yeah, in that situation, boy, that's a tough call.
Yeah, you're the chip leader. You either,
you want to
and
take people out, but
yeah, exactly. At this point, you're really focused on trying to get people knocked out of the tournament.
you also don't want to double somebody up.
And you, yep. So Miles, and that's all the way around back to Ed. So Ed's going to take that down. He's going to collect the blinds. The blinds are now at 10, 20, and 10.
Get you a free round.
Joshua says the team event was my first time there. Went with a big group, and everyone had a great time. Hope they use that format again soon. Thank you very much, Joshua, and thank you very much for bringing that group down from Michigan. That was a big impact, and they provided a lot of fun. It was a fun group. It's a poker room up there in Michigan at a bowling alley. They decided to all come down together. I think there was maybe 20 of them.
Oh, which poker room?
Help me out, Joshua. Which room did you guys come from?
I used to live in that area. I think it's probably the one in Sterling Heights. I'm just guessing.
Could be. Now back to the action here. Justin Wright says, Bill's out. I'm done watching. Yeah, we've got certain people have fan clubs here. And Jason
All in with the King 10.
in the cutoff. A quick fold from Miles. And folded all around. So no challenger there. Jason's going to take that down.
You got less players to get through the closer to the button you are.
That's right. It's called Crazy Cops Poker Room,
Oh, yeah.
Vision Lanes.
Yep. Been there.
Yeah, Haley, Panda went out in 10th. And actually, that was before we started the live stream. We didn't start the live stream until we got to 9-handed, so unfortunately I don't know how that hand played out for Panda. And it's in Westland is the Vision. But yeah, great crowd, great people. They had a lot of fun.
A raise. 50,000.
Raise now from P. Diddy, 50,000. Jeff Wilkie's going to fold that rather quickly. Now back over to Miles, who just doesn't see any cards really.
Yeah, he's not getting anything
No.
to play. But I like the bet sizing there.
Yeah, the blinds are 10, 20, and 10. This makes it inviting for Zach. It might also make it inviting for Zach to go over the top here with a raise, but he's going to make the call, and we're going to go two-handed into this flop. Oh, wow.
2 clubs.
2 clubs and a gut shot. A double belly gut shot for Zach. So Zach statistically is actually ahead.
Right. And I'm sure he knows that.
And Pity, well, this is a good move by Zach. He smelled this out from P. Diddy. P. Diddy made a bet of only 100,000. I don't know if Zach would have done this if there was a bigger bet out there, but it may have been Zach's intent all along. As soon as he saw that flop and made the check, that was going to be his plan regardless. And he's putting the pressure on. This is a strong move by Zach.
It sure is. But hey, he's favored right now. So.
Yes.
And he's got to believe that he's favored.
Right.
Go. Jack 8 of clubs. Go.
He says it,
They talked him into
and he
showing
makes them
his cards.
believers. Yep.
I took a comp jack in, but
Blinds are.
I'll take a look at the phone after the turn.
See who else we've got out there. Z-Tree was talking about that spade, I believe, with dollar bill.
20. Oh, it's 20.
And the threes giving Jeff Wilkie now the lead chip-wise, but Zach might have come over above him with this. We'll see in a minute, but P. Diddy now, who's been pretty aggressive so far.
And he's got that pocket pair, but he's early position. Let's
Yeah.
see what he does.
He's going to call,
Going to give it a look.
give it a look, see if he can get it all the way around. That's kind of how I...
Try to get a cheap flop here.
That's basically how I handle twos, unless I'm in a cash game, then I may early on raise it up just to slow people down.
Yeah. You got twos, you play them like aces.
And another jack, 8 of clubs for Zach, unless that's, sometimes we get a sticky window here. That's what I like to call it. He is in the small blind, and he is the chip leader right now. He's going to make the smooth call, and a check from Jeff. Three-handed. All diamonds.
See to a suit, and there's only one diamond on the board. Guess what? It's the deuces.
Yep, and a gut shot for Zach, and a gut shot for Jeff.
But if you're sitting in P. Diddy's position, you're not real excited to see another diamond.
No.
Bill would disagree with
I'm
you, the
done.
cooler. Yeah. Look at that.
Well, his bet's already over now.
And back-to-back pots
Is it
here
down?
for Zach,
Yeah. Nice job, Zach.
and he's going to take this down.
Build that stack up.
Yeah, Travis, the cash game is still going. Actually, Mike's wife took my spot in the cash game. I played for a little while. Shane, thanks a lot for playing just about every tournament this week, right, Shane? Really appreciate you coming in and being as the parted reserve that you are.
Yeah, we got some short stacks here. I expect to see some all-ins this round.
Yeah. I mean, you've got 4 people that are below 10 big blinds. Tough spot to be in. Zach with 32 big blinds, and Jeff Wilkie with 29.
It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do with a big stack, if they want to be big stack bully or if they just want to let the short stacks slug it out.
Well, and I was
then
thinking
come
the
after
same
'em.
thing, Mike. I was wondering if we'll see the big stacks maybe stay away from each other for at least a little while till the crowd thins out.
You know, that's not a bad strategy at this stage of a tournament like this.
Zach with pocket 6 is going to go all in, basically because he can.
Right.
And the Doyle gets folded by Jeff. And 3 hands in a row for Zach. I think that officially makes it a heater.
The all-in sounds a lot stronger when you know the only guy that can call you.
Yeah,
has
Lori
has a lot less than your stack.
So we've got a very loyal watcher in Lori Brennan from Detroit. She's usually here on all of our live streams. So
Hello,
Lori,
Lori.
thanks again for your loyalty. We've got a really good crowd watching tonight on both YouTube and Facebook.
Somebody
And
wants to know what the blind levels are. I think they're 20-minute blinds.
they are 20-minute blinds. That is correct.
It's very rare to have 30-minute blind tournaments here.
We do every once in a while. We found the kind of the magic number, if you will, is 20 minutes.
Yeah. Got an all-in. Let's see what happens.
Wait for the graphics here to get caught up. As you can see, first place is 88.56.
Yeah, we don't know what he's got,
No,
but
we'll get caught up here in a
I
second.
think I heard him say call.
Randy Smith, hello also from Detroit. Thanks, Randy.
There's a call. And still some action left.
Cameron mentions that at the MSPT at Firekeepers, they have 90-minute blind levels.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
all right, so we're going to see what they've each got because it's heads up now.
Wasn't a bad end.
I got 2 light cards, though.
Ace, king.
8-10 is good. Yeah.
And
Hey, Miles, I like you.
move that over a little bit.
8-10 suited.
8-9 of hearts, and I believe that is Miles who's with the 8-9 of hearts. He's all in. This is his tournament life at stake.
He's got an 8-10 there. And he flops an 8 with 2 hearts.
2 hearts.
Against an ace.
He's behind right now.
Got
with the,
action.
Oh, that's a bad card.
That is not a good card.
Nope.
Go, baby! Let's go!
And he
Wow,
hits
where you at? I thought you were going to call it.
Hey, Miles, I was for you the whole time.
Miles now, wishing that Jeff Wilkie had also called. Hits his flush.
Gotta love when those flushes come in.
Bose Newman says he was there yesterday and today, and had a good time. Always great place to play. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for that comment.
I mean, that was
Pretty
I
good.
know I'm behind.
That's like the best thing we could have.
And Randy, your comment about our team tournament, team duel tournament, was the first time we've ever run that. I have to admit we were all a little bit nervous. We didn't know what kind of turnout we were going to have, and B, we weren't really sure how smoothly it was going to end. It did go very smoothly. There were a couple minor adjustments at the last minute, but it went really, really well, and the team stepped up. Now Ed with King Queen with the blinds at 10, 20, 10. He's going to raise this up to 50,000. This could be Jeff's moment, and it is Ace Queen from the button. He's one of those low stacks, one of those bottom 3 or bottom 4 stacks, and he's going to push all in. And Ed, who's already in for 50,000, going to go all in, but he didn't necessarily need to do that. So it's going to be King Queen against Ace Queen.
4 straight.
Yeah, I got beat on
4 hearts. The only thing you got is a 4 diamonds.
And this is Jeff's tournament life at stake here. Some money left over for Ed. See if the Ace Queen can hold up.
2 hearts on the board.
2 hearts, and Ed does have.
That's still kind of fun.
There it is. Ace
There
Queen
to be
holds.
is, yeah, Jeff now better than doubles up. And that's going to be a bit of a crippling blow there for Ed.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough for Ed. Gotta love it when you can do that and you don't even pair up.
Rob, you win the one night they didn't live stream. Yeah, this was the one. Last night was the one night, of course, with the dual tournament. Really wasn't advantageous for us to try to figure out how to do that live stream.
That would have been difficult.
But all the other nights, tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday night, and of course culminating to Sunday, where Sunday we will have not just the final table, but a feature table.
Ed says no thank you with a 5-3. He knows he's got to go pretty soon.
Now,
Raise board.
and Zach, because he can, he's going to raise this up to 40. It's a min raise. Jeff, who just better than doubled up, lets that go. He got a little aggressive. I think had he not seen a raise, he might have raised that with that.
I agree.
And Mike, we've had this conversation a number of times here in the live stream room. We invite our players to let us know what ace don't they like. Ace deuce between 10. You know, what suited or not. Is there a certain ace that you just will not play? And do you have an answer to that, Mike? Or is it's hard to find an unfriendly ace?
No, I don't feel that way at all.
Okay.
I lay down a lot of ace rags.
Yeah.
Because I've found, for whatever reason, they just don't seem to hit for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do hit it, then you got to worry about your kicker.
Right.
So ace rag to me, if it's suited, I'll think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's situational.
Right.
If I'm short stacked and I need to find a hand and I got an ace and I'm down to 3 or 4 big blinds, then sure, I'm going to shove with it. But typically, I'm not going to play an ace rag.
Joshua says can't wait to play the men event this weekend, and it's going to be.
But you know, a lot of people love them. They see an ace and they want to go.
Right. And I used to be that way. I used to play ace 2, ace 3, You know, if it was suited and out of position. Some of the early days of my playing poker, I'd look down and I'd get kind of impressed. I'd get charmed by the ace, if you will.
And it can happen. And, and you know what? When you hit it, you're in good shape. I saw...
Good luck, sir.
Oh, we got an all in.
All in from Miles, and I don't know if he picked up a read on Nape after reading his cards, but that's a very wide range for Miles to use to go all in, but it pays off for him. He's going to take it down and improve his chip stack.
I saw a huge pot in the free roll. Pocket kings pushed all in, and an ace-3 offsuit called.
Yep.
And an ace comes right in the window.
Yeah.
So pocket kings goodbye.
Yep.
With a huge stack. It happens.
Yeah. And you used an interesting term there that I use quite often. Poker is a very situational game.
It is.
And each time you're in a hand with somebody, and then they place a bet, and you wind up calling, and then they'll say, "Well, would you have called if I did this, or if I went all in, or if I check raised?" And well, I can't answer that question because it didn't happen.
Exactly.
My mind was on what happened at the time. So it's very situational. Always trying to make sure that you're positioning yourself with good hands and in position on the table as well. But any given 2 cards don't necessarily dictate an action, correct?
No, not at all.
Yeah. Here's an all-in now from Jason with King 8 of spades. Got a low stack here. Back over to Ed on the big blind. Ed doesn't have anything left. He's going to go ahead and call with Queen 5.
Sure. What else are you going to do there?
P. Diddy had called initially, limped in, and he's going to get out of the way. He's going to let these 2 go at it. He was pretty much ahead, and he's going to see that as soon as he sees these 4 cards come out.
Yeah, right. You're not gonna
So Ed's tournament life is at stake with Queen 5 offsuit.
Doyle, huh? You had Doyle?
Daniel set it all up to fuck somebody up.
Daniel does a really good job of getting this picture for us.
Oh, crazy!
Look at
Boom!
that. And 2 spades. And there's the spade.
Oh my goodness!
Board's got a pair, and it does not.
Oh wow! Jason, who was ahead pre-flop,
Take it easy.
takes that down, and that's it for Ed's tournament life.
Wow. You see that flop, and you think, thank you, thank you. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. And now we are 7-handed, and we are paying top 6.
Shame and folding, boys.
Next person go out is going to be on the bubble.
I don't hear him talking about paying the bubble, do you?
No, and
Am I gonna hand?
that it's really, that's another situational thing. It all kind of depends on whether the people at the table bring it up. They might have brought it up when they actually sat down 10-handed. It's hard to know. Sometimes that conversation happens
That's true.
early on.
Yeah.
But they have not discussed any payment of the bubble yet, according to the wizard.
It's in the car.
What a life you live.
Mine's in the car too.
Give me 20, I'll go get
In my experience here, at least not on the big tournaments, but in the normal weekly tournaments, when I've been at many of the final tables, almost always the players are kind of friendly, and they're enjoying it, and there's usually
Good luck, man.
pretty quick agreement of let's everybody pay the bubble and get that guy some or
Right.
gal something at the same time.
Right.
Big tournaments might be a little different.
What do you got?
Queen deuce.
Queen deuce is probably going to entice Miles to show his deuces, and he does.
It was probably a 2.
And he gets quite a reaction from the table.
I think it was an ace of clubs.
It could have been.
We're paying top 6 here. We're down to 7-handed.
Thought I was gonna get queen deuce too. Like, oh no.
And another thing to expect after we lose another player is that the dynamics and the ranges are going to change from the chip leaders, I believe.
I think so too.
Yep. Zach has already kind of set that tone a little bit already with his chip lead, but I think we'll see even more of that.
I know.
Yeah. That would be something.
I was gonna said, if we did have.
Yeah, Randy,
those
QT
big
in the
blinds,
Q2 in this case would have been a monster.
I think they get ace and clubs to go with.
And if you hear that noise in the background, that's the heavy rains coming down. Storms moving through Toledo tonight.
we got 7 big blinds on the board.
Started around 4 o'clock when I was driving into work today. He's come through several times. Hope everybody out there is well. Hoping you don't lose your power. Zach in the small blind now is going to complete. And Jeff now with pocket nines in the big blind is going to go all in. And it'll be interesting to see the thought process behind Zach's decision here. And no, a quick call.
Man, it's coming down, ain't it, gentlemen?
It's a good thing that he just flatted there.
Car wash
He
tomorrow.
might have had a tougher decision if he had raised from the small blind. Motor City Poker, hey buddy. The Iron.
No one here.
And yeah, you can actually hear that hitting the roof.
That's their windows down.
Heavy rains.
Seemed like they had a 6.
Did you?
A live stream here, table in the Reserve Poker Room, 5105 Glendale Avenue. What you're seeing here is a 15-minute delay. Mike and I are calling the action right now, Mike Flynn and I. And what we're seeing happened 15 minutes ago. The players are required to also put their phones and their smartwatches up on the shelf. And we've got Zach in the chip lead here, followed by Jeff Wilkie.
You're good.
We're down to 7-handed, paying top 6. We had 55 entrants in this. Our total prize pool was $25,301. And now Zach in the button with
Raise 75.
a raising hand of Jack 10. And Jeff had just gone all in with pocket nines. And this is, you know, short-handed. This is a strong hand, but he's Dominic likes to call it the nemesis. But he's going to lay it down, and of course 9-2 on the big blind. Although you look at the small stack, and that is not the spot that P. Diddy wanted to pick.
Nope. And I'm pretty sure that's why that raise came out, because
Yeah.
he saw that, saw the small stack, and knew that he had to come up with a hand to call.
So P. Diddy just one big blind left to his stack, and we've got basically 6 players. I'm sorry. We've got 5 players that are below 10 big blinds. Zach in a very strong lead, 705,000. Jeff Wilkie, $500,000. And if you're used to watching the live stream in these tournaments and seeing much larger stacks, the answer to that, of course, this is a freeze-out. So there was no add-on, there was no re-entries, basically 55 people coming in, paying $500 a piece, and we're seeing what those 55 people brought to the table in terms of total chips.
But even though it's not an absolute huge chip amount relative to the blind,
It's still very relative.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough.
Makes it very tough.
Right?
I feel like I've been playing.
'Cause in a larger tournament with more players.
Yeah, Motor City Poker, I've got a special guest in the booth with me for the beginning of the live stream, Mike Flynn. If you played here more than a few times, you probably know who Mike is. And if you were here for our salute to service, you saw a very moving a cappella rendition by Mike of our national anthem. The whole first 15-20 minutes of our salute to service was quite moving, wasn't it?
It was moving, and it was an honor to pay tribute to those folks that serve on our behalf. I was very honored to be able to do that. Jeff says no.
And
I wish I had a hand I could call with, but I don't.
Jeff Wilkie, queen. There's a raise here to 60,000 with it's a 2x raise with the blinds at 15, 30, and 15.
Here's one of those small ace hands. What do you do? We were just talking about this
Yep.
earlier.
And he's below 10 big blinds right now.
And it's only a 2x raise.
So
if he makes a call, he's getting 3.5 to 1
and I
on
wonder
his
if
money.
he showed that or not. We talked about showing and have a reason to show. You know, in this case, Zach has given an image of putting both elbows out and pushing forward pretty hard. And I don't know if the queens, showing the queens would have helped any much with the table image to say, hey, look, I'm not just goofing around, or I'm not. But, you know, that's in each table setting, you will see sometimes where they show certain cards may or may not influence somebody else's image of you at the table.
Sometimes you just want to make the players think down the road. Which hand does he have this time? Nobody's got much to talk about on this hand. But 9-7 decides to take it up. He's using that chip stack to his advantage and pushing a little bit.
And here you're the chip leader with the king-queen offsuit.
Pocket tens.
This is probably going to be more than a flat call from Jeff Wilkie. He doesn't know that he's betting into pocket tens.
He's been pretty calm here at the table. You haven't seen him in a lot of hands yet. Decides to call. And this is probably the moment.
Actually, that was not a call. That was a raise to 60,000. So now Jason is going to go all in. And, you know, in Jeff's spot, you pointed out earlier that Zach was in a position where he looked to his left to see kind of what the chip stacks were.
Exactly.
That has to be, you know, typically part of Jeff's decision to raise is, okay, now if somebody behind me pushes all in, am I prepared to make that call?
Right. And that was a pretty obvious move there to push in with the 10, so let's see how it works out. In this case, he's in pretty good shape. 7-9. Yeah, Jack says, I made a raise, I'm going to look you up.
Now the question is, if Jeff has any kind of read on Zach, does he want to isolate? Does he want to go over the top here? Or is he just going to make this call? It looks like he's reaching for calling chips, and he is.
Yep.
So great opportunity here for Jason to dramatically improve his chip position here in this game.
Better than triple up, and there's still action to be had between
Yes, there
the other
is.
two players, with both big chip stacks too.
And the two leaders of and Zach's going to hit a 7, and really that's not a very good-looking board for Jeff, but a check. And let's see if he gave Jeff a chance to catch up, and he does. But we talked about oftentimes, you know, our focus here is to knock players out.
In a situation like that, do you try to take what's in the pot and isolate, or do you leave somebody else in there to get a chance to take a player out? So
Right.
I think he decided, let's just get two people in here. And that's an okay thing to do.
Yeah.
But everybody plays that different. Some people look at it and say, I'm going to play the hand. I want the chips in my stack for sure. And if I isolate head up, it's better than 2 against 1.
And there's a side pot now with a call from Zach.
Oh, and he gets 3 of a kind.
75.
And another bet of 75,000 from Jeff Wilkie.
Relatively small bet into that pot size.
Yes, it is. Very inviting for,
Yes.
however, Zach realizes he does get to see Jeff's hand regardless, because we've got an all-in from Jason. So he's not going to make a curiosity call here. He's just calling if he thinks his 7 is
But
in the lead.
He's getting 10 to 1 on a call.
Yeah.
That's tough not to do.
It is. And Zach knows these numbers very well, but he's going to lay it down.
Good lay down.
And there's a big pot. Big pot for Jeff, and that's going to take Jason out in 7th place. And we are now down to 6-handed. We are paying top 6 places. Here we are at the $500 buy-in Freezeout. This is event number 4 of our summer series. And our total prize pool tonight wound up being $25,301. And now Jeff takes a 2-to-1 chip lead over the next chip stack, which is Zach.
I was very happy.
We got 33 big blinds there for Jeff W.
Don't get much closer than that.
Worked your way into 1265.
Exactly, I did.
He said, no, we're not paying the bubble. You don't want to chase it down the parking lot. No, man.
Well, I didn't realize it. I know he's standing over there. I didn't realize it.
Well,
I just said 5 minutes ago, I thought we were still at 8 and we're at 7.
I was going to suggest everybody get 100 in the bubble, but I was like,
Ace-10 offsuit
Yeah,
for Jeff. He's going to go all in. And they were just discussing how they had not discussed the bubble.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A couple of them got confused
missed
as
that.
to whether they were actually at the bubble. And nobody really brought it up. Now, it's a matter of
Still hanging in there, huh?
policy, etiquette, procedure here at the reserve. The dealers do not bring that conversation up. That's
And it's really
an
not
absolute
appropriate
side
for the dealers.
conversation.
That's totally up to the players.
Yeah, we don't bring up, are you going to chop, or are you going to pay the bubble, or any of that. That's completely up to the dealers. We don't want to influence that conversation at all.
Totally up to the players what
Yep.
they choose to do.
I had 5 outs to win, and I'll get like an 80-1. Maybe not that high, pretty high.
Miranda says all these pre-flop folds of pocket pairs are making me crazy. I guess I get it now. Yep.
P. Diddy's got the ace-9.
But of course, Miranda, we've got hindsight here of 2020 plus seeing.
You literally can't go all in until that guy goes out.
Well, I mean, you're right.
Pretty sure he's going to go all in.
Nah, 1 hand later.
You're right. It didn't make any sense, did it?
Kind of a moot conversation here.
Give you a better chance of winning, but you just have to
Yeah,
be king.
There's there's an elder kind of
He was already behind him. Well, I
letting the
didn't know
youth
somebody
know,
had
but
face
not bad all in here with ace-9 of diamonds. Nape's going to complete here, and Zach will probably re-raise, make sure he can get isolated here. Strong hand with ace-queen. I like that play by Zach. Make sure it's just the two of them.
Exactly.
He said,
And this is our first pay. Could be our first payout of the night for P. Diddy. Even if he takes this down, he's only going to have 3 big blinds.
And there's a 9.
And he hits a 9, so an ace or a queen. No, not an ace, but a queen only.
wow.
goodness.
And it's not there, so P. Diddy.
He about triples up or more.
Yeah.
You have 1 big blind.
Resusci Annie still alive. So
You're right. You're right. That would have been illegal.
I'm trying to put about $600.
Joshua says, good luck, Diddy, and he got the luck on that flop. He was well behind pre-flop, but
You never know.
winds up keeping his tournament life alive. So this is where we are chip count-wise.
Yeah, you tripled up. That's nice.
Yes, it is. But he is now just at 3 big blinds. He is under the gun, I believe.
Here we go.
Looks like another all-in here. Oh, just a call.
Oh,
okay.
wow. That surprises me.
That does surprise me.
That surprises me.
But okay. See if he can get some more money in the pot by calling. Miles has got low stack, but he decides not to make a move there. Zach now with the Dolly Parton 9-5
No favorites, no favorites.
in the small blind. Just needs 15,000 to complete. And Jeff is going to check his option, and we're going to go 3-handed here into this flop.
P. Diddy's got the best of it at this point in time.
And Jeff now hits his jack.
Not anymore.
2 pair. Jeff's got 2 pair
Sure
here.
does. Jack 6. You got to love that flop. If you're Jeff.
And nothing there to keep Zach hanging around, so he lets that go. And that's our. And we've got a new monthly tournament. This tournament is going to happen every month. The first time it's going to happen now will be Saturday, August 26th. This is a one-day tournament, $40,000 guarantee.
Wow.
It's a $340 buy-in, 40,000 starting stack, and 25-minute
25
blinds.
minutes.
And late entry through the start of a level 11. A lot of our tournaments are through the start of a level 9. So this is going to be huge, starting at 1 p.m.
That's an interesting one.
And we'll be posting that and talking about that a lot, because that's going to happen every month now. Now Nape is all in. Ace 5 of clubs. P. Diddy is on the big blind. Really, he's got to do this. He's got to go in. He doesn't really have any choice, because he'll probably be all in the next hand, because on the small blind. And Nape's going to get some money back after buying a cheeseburger there at McDonald's. Thanks for getting that reference, men of a certain age. Ace 5 versus Ace 9, offsuit versus clubs.
And a 5.
And a diamond for a sweat. Oh no.
2 pair. Chance to counterfeit.
No, and that's it for P. Diddy.
Good play.
Very well played.
I was lucky to get this far.
Great day today for P. Diddy.
Yeah,
Certainly,
good job.
I know he would want to finish sooner, but he finishes in the money, 6th place. And now we're going to be down to 5 people.
I don't care about it. It's a short
Good
stack.
luck, everybody.
Take care. Drive safe.
I'll take 7,000.
Sure you will. Big ol'. Yeah, pretty good set.
The guy kept limping. He had 4 big blinds and he was limping. One time he had like 7 big blinds. He limp folded.
So Zach now in the cutoff with Ace 10. He's second in a chip leader here. He's going to raise this up. Blinds are 15, 30, and 15. He makes it 2x. And he's up against the chip leader, who's going to make the call in the big blind with King 10 of clubs. Wow,
How
big
about
flop
that?
here.
Zach
be
flops
trouble.
2 pair. We got a straight draw for Jeff, and he catches a bottom pair there.
And a min bet there from Zach with 2 pair. Jeff's going to raise this up, and we'll see if Zach shuts this down with the 2 hearts out there and just goes all in.
Well, he's got 2 hearts if somebody's got a draw to worry about. There is a possible Broadway on the flop. So he's got to think a little bit.
I think this is a little theater from Zach. I believe Zach knows he's ahead,
You got to believe you are.
and he's trying to put on a little bit of a show here for Jeff. See if he can reel him in. And he does. He goes
Yep.
all in. And this could really change things dramatically if Jeff makes this call and if Zach's hand holds up. And studying very close and hard here by Jeff Wilkie.
He looks a little surprised. Like, hey, buddy, I raised you. You're not supposed to come over the top of me like that.
Yep. Talking earlier about he's got a son in school in Pittsburgh.
Oh, really?
Another son that just finished and has moved
Gotta
back.
lay it down.
Yep.
That's a good
So I
discipline lay down
believe
there.
Jeff has probably got some family watching here tonight, and he does make a very good lay down, and this is going to narrow the gap significantly between Jeff Wilkie. Jeff is still in the chip lead with 27 big blinds, 825,000, and Zach second, 640, and we are down to 5 players. We just paid out the first place here of 6th place of 1,265 to P. Diddy, and we're going to take a break. This will only be a 10-minute break. We really want everybody to stay with us. We've got a great crowd watching here tonight, and final table here, so don't go away. We'll be back. And Mike, I'll have to
Thanks for
check in
letting me
with
sit in,
Brian,
Vic.
but in case in case this is it for us tonight, I really enjoyed you being in the booth, and I hope we can do it again
I
very
appreciate
soon.
the opportunity.
Thank
and
you very much.
I'd be happy to fill in anytime if I pass my audition.
Oh, I think you did. And we'll see you shortly.
All right,
Don't
folks.
go away, folks.
Show up tomorrow.
gonna give him 5.
Oh, I thought, yes, we are back.
We are back, yep.
And I've now got Brian Smith back in the booth with me. I'm Vic Gager.
Yeah, and I am Brian Smith, as Vic just said. It sounds like Mike's going to head out for the night. I know his better part was out there playing some cash, so I think they're going to wrap it up and head on out. And we are down, here to the final 5, Vic?
Yes, we are. We're down to the final 5. We started the day we had 55 entries today. Our prize pool total is $25,301. Everybody's looking lustily at that first place money of $88.65.
Yeah, and rightfully so. Huge payout up top.
Huge payout up top for a $500 buy-in Freezeout. And we want to thank everybody for sticking around and those that are coming back to join us. Got a great viewership here tonight. And let's get right back into the action.
Yeah, we come back and the blinds are 20,000, 40,000 with a 20,000 big blind ante. One thing that's kind of a staple here at the reserve. I haven't seen it done anywhere else, Vic, where the big blind is, or the ante is half of the big blind. So.
Can't talk about your hands.
Oh.
Yeah, the wizard mentions that he stole this from the idea because when we first started the club in our tournaments, and our ante was always the same size as the big blind. And we made that shift, I don't know, Wizard, maybe a year into it or less. And the players responded to it very, very well.
Yeah, and I've always told this to Jim, and he understands too. The players will definitely give you feedback. They will not hold back. They will give you their honest opinion on how they feel about things. The other day, Marissa asked me, what do you think the players think about this tournament? And I said, I don't know. I'll be right back. And I went and asked the players, and they all raised their hand. We love it. And that was, I think, the $60 freeze out that we do on Saturdays.
On Saturdays, yeah. This, of course, is our summer series. It's series event number 4. And the main event begins tomorrow. $140 buy-in with a $100,000 prize pool guarantee and a first place guarantee of $20,000. Miles now in the small blind, small stack, queen jack of diamonds.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to see something a little bit better than that. He's got about 4 big blinds, 3 big blinds left. He's going to go all in here. See if he can't sneak this through. This player doesn't have much behind if he does make the call, so.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Here we are, heads up. This is Miles' tournament life at stake here with queen jack of diamonds.
Which one?
And coin toss right now, according to the computer.
Essentially, it's pretty close.
No help to anybody. The king is still ahead.
That's an 8. Now Miles a jack or a queen.
Nope.
Take it easy, sir.
Nice run there for Miles.
Yeah, very nice.
Take it easy. Play
Very solid player. He loves his freeze outs.
Good one, man.
Yeah, he's much more, considers him much more a freeze-out tournament player than a rebuy, re-entry tournament. And I did, to be honest with you, I did see him just before we came in, and he seemed very happy with this. He, acknowledges he just wasn't getting any cards here on this final table, but he's going to take home 5th place money, and now we are down to 4 with Jeff Wilkie in seat 8 as our chip leader. And he's Jeff M is under the gun here with Jack 10 of spades.
Appreciate those kind words, CJ. The 10K free roll is always a great event. It's always one thing that I've noticed here at the reserve too is atmospheric wise. Yesterday was just absolutely buzzing, Vic.
Yeah.
The feedback for that dual tournament was outstanding. But anyway, back to this 20K freeze out here.
And now Nape here with King 10 of diamonds.
Yeah, now he's going to be on the chopping block. His tournament life at stake. Oh, wow, just like that.
2 pair.
2 pair. Is that going to need a queen?
Doesn't get it, and so Nape is going to get a double up here. This is going to change
oh, absolutely,
the
Justin.
leaderboard. What's that?
Justin saying the main should be big like always. Yeah, we're expecting a packed house as always. I've seen, I would say, probably at least 20 people coming in pre-register just from today alone. So they are excited. Wizards coming in, going to space things out a little bit. Payouts, there you are. Or nope, there's what chip counts, but we can get those payouts up for you, Justin. I know there's nearly 9,000 up top.
Miles with 5th place, $1,900. Profits $1,400 from today's work.
Randy, we definitely talked about bringing that dual tournament back for our next series, which will be sometime in the fall. Wizard's going to give dates on those right now. He's going to say October 15th, and by popular demand, it's going to be a 2-week series, so that'll go until what, Wizard? The 28th? 29th.
15th to the 29th in October.
Mark your calendars, pencil that in. Don't have any series or any event numbers or any details like that, but we know we'll be giving you action throughout that 2-week period, so October 15th through the 29th.
And so look at this. Suddenly the gap here is now between Jeff and Nape instead of Jeff W. and Zach. Zach is now only 9 big blinds, so is Jeff M.
You know, Zach, one of those. He's really picks his spots when he's at this point, though. Short stacked, just under 10 big blinds. So
we did see some really good play, good moves here by Zach before the break.
And this could be a spot right here. He's picking ace-7 up on the button.
And four-handed, that's a big
huge hand. Yeah,
right.
Huge hand, and he is going to make the stand, going all in.
I think we're going to see fold here.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't really get out of line. Neither Jeff really gets out of line too
No.
often, so
No.
very, very tough to get chips from those two players.
I have them right here.
And who are you rooting out there for, folks? I know that Jeff Wilkie here, typically his family is watching. Zach probably has some folks watching. But no callers there, and Zach is going to take that down, which at this level is important to take down those blinds.
Yeah, CJ, the Freezeout is personally one of my favorite formats. I was fortunate enough to be able to play in the Monday one, and that's something that I think we'll kind of bring back in the next series. Is we offer a big buy-in Freezeout and then a lower buy-in Freezeout. My bankroll says lower buy-in Freezouts only. Alex rooting for Zach.
Back to the old Dollar King days.
Real serious now as we
Yeah, it gets real quiet.
inch closer to some serious money.
Good move here by Jeff W. We'll see if Jeff Wilkie, and sure enough, he gets Nape to fold.
Yeah,
And he takes down the blinds.
Every pot at this point of the tournament, Vic, can really make a difference.
Much different game short-handed. Even when you get down to, say, 6-handed, is so much different than full table. And you're going to see the ranges open up quite a bit.
Yeah, and these players certainly know how to do that. You'll see some people, they don't have a ton of final table experience, and they might be folding like a Jack 10 or even a King 8 or something like that. And those are borderline premium hands when you get down to it.
Yep. Nape's going to pick a different time, a different spot here.
Yep, Zach got the walk, and he said, I'm not even going to look. I'm all right with...
Yeah, Justin, both Jeffs are very solid players. We have seen both of these guys here at the final table in our live stream before in big tournaments.
Yeah.
And actually, Jeff M has a big win in one of our big tournaments here. And I think he was...
I think it was like a chop for like 22,000 or something?
Yeah, I think so. That was a three-way. That's right.
Three-way,
that's right.
yeah. It was
that was the one that went till 5 o'clock in the morning, right?
You would remember. I think you were probably calling the shots the whole way.
29,000.
Okay, so there it is. That was, so that was, what a massive payday that is. So this guy can play. Both Jeffs can play.
Zach in the small blind.
Yeah, he's gonna wait.
Raise up from Jeff W. with ace 4. A very solid raise here. Like we mentioned, that's a big hand when you're only 4-handed.
Yep, ace 4. Any ace is a premium at this point.
Those of you just joining us, this is the final table of our $20,000 Freezeout. This is a $500 buy-in. We had 55 entries. Our total prize pool then came to $25,301. And we're down to 4 players.
Still got a cash game going on the outside. It was 1-2 is what they were playing.
I jumped in there for a little bit. I contributed $25.
Yeah, the
I'll take that as a win.
reserve generally, the reserve generally won't shut things down on any players. Tonight might be one of those nights where we do. I mean, Vic, we're going to be at that main event in less than 12 hours.
Yes.
I mean, so.
Right, and here we go. Jeff M. goes all in from the small blind, and a snap call there from Jeff Wilkie. They both hit the ace.
Oh wow!
And
Jack's gonna
straight.
play.
Yep.
It didn't matter either way.
Yeah, he was ahead.
Yep.
I got it straight.
You got it straight.
Yeah, I got
I
it
saw the
straight.
10 come.
240,000.
Yeah, Jeff Wilkie initially thought that might have been a chop situation, but
Getting
no,
late.
it is.
Getting late. These players have been playing for 7 hours.
Started at 5 o'clock today, going on 7 hours here for this tournament.
And just like that, you see the chip stacks change. Jeff Mooney going to be at the top now.
Yeah.
Now it's fun. Everybody has the same.
Yeah, now we eat that just.
And look
evens
at
it
that.
out.
It is pretty even. A mere 3 big blinds, 4 big blinds from the short stack to the big stack.
This evened out quickly, and the next person to win is going to go out is going to take home $2,530. Third place $44.25, second place $63.25, and first place $8,856 and the trophy.
And the trophy. Can't forget about that hardware. You wouldn't believe how many poker players love the hardware, love a trophy. You should have saw the reactions when I brought them out yesterday to both final tables for the duel. They lost it. There's a trophy? That's something that the reserve does for all their events.
Yep. And the small blind, King Jack of Hearts, raise from Zach with ace 8. Jeff's going to make that call. Nape needs 20,000 to make the call, but doesn't. He gets out, or 40,000 to make the call, and gets out of the way. These two guys who were chip leaders earlier, now going up heads up.
An 8 for Zach, king for Jeff.
This could be trouble for Zach.
Yeah, Jeff's going to rip it in instantly against him.
And Zach, this is not Hollywooding. He has a tough decision to make here.
He's going to think about everything. He's going to think, is it just a flush draw for the guy? Does he have top pair? Is he just trying to pull one over on me? I think he lets it go, and he's going to wait for a better spot, in my opinion.
You are right. Yep. Randy Smith says that's all he wanted last night was the trophy.
See? They would forfeit the prize pool for the trophy, I'm telling you. You know, I got a couple of trophies, Vic, and I tell you what, I love them. They're on my mantles. I showcase them.
And now Jeff retakes the chip lead. And I was commenting earlier that typically people chime into our big tournaments for the final table, and they'll see a lot more chips on the table. But of course, this was just a freeze out. There was no add-on. There was no re-entries.
Nope. What we got is how many entries did we have?
55 entries.
Yeah, 55 times a 40,000 starting stack.
Sure, you're quicker at the math on that than I am.
I'm not even going to try. 2 million?
Yeah, the first one was bad, so then I was sick of it.
He had to look. He had to look that time.
And we've got what could be father-son, father-son, the age difference here between the two players on the left and the two players on the right. The ages are pretty similar with the two young guys. Whether that makes a difference here or not, a lot of this depends on experience level, particularly at a short-handed game. You've got to have that experience playing short-handed. It's so worthwhile, so valuable. Now Nape is trying to decide whether This is a raise situation or an all-in.
Yeah, I think on the button, you're going up against 2 blind hands. He's just going to do a little click here.
Going to take it up to 90,000. And a quick fold, probably a quick fold here from Jeff M as well.
I don't necessarily know if I like the raise. It almost looks too strong. You know, if you had a mediocre hand, you'd think the all-in would just be the play, but...
And tomorrow's the day. We start the Summer Series main event. Tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. The doors are open at 10. A great value here of $140 buy-in. We have 11 a.m., 6 p.m. the next 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, those flights. We will be live streaming the final table Thursday, Friday, Saturday, culminating in Sunday. Main bet day 2. We will have a feature table and then final table.
I know you didn't get to sneak out to play into the $100 Freezeout. Do you think you'll be able to get to in that senior event? You think you'll be able to?
We'll have to wait and see. I definitely would like to.
King!
No kings, no die.
All right, whatever it is. You got me.
We got an all-in and call situation here?
Jeff
We
Wilkie.
do, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yep.
Yeah, Jeff's going to go all in and get a quick call from Jeff W.
And no help for Jeff W. here. Still no help. Well,
Club.
and the ace.
And Jeff Mooney,
Jeff Mooney now is going to take down 3rd place.
4th place.
I'm sorry, 4th place.
Yep.
So we're going to go down to 3-handed.
3-handed. Nice run there, though, for Jeff.
Enjoy playing with you. Take care.
As always, a pleasure having him in the room. He's a regular here at the club.
Robert's asking about how the turnout for the 11 a.m. flights are on weekdays.
Well, Robert, as oddly as it may seem, Thursday morning is usually one of our bigger flights. Obviously, the reserve can seat up to 170 players, and we intend to do so on every flight if necessary. But I would say that, you know, those are always generally pretty popular. Like I said, I've seen multiple players come in and register. Marissa gave me the breakdown. She actually has nobody pre-registered for Saturday. Everybody is pre-registered for either Thursday morning or Friday morning. So,
And the impact of that is the double bag bonus. You know, people want to get in and see if they can bag early, because a double bag bonus is $1,000, and that's paid out immediately after you double bag.
as soon as we bag up that chips or get that chip count from you, go to the cage and get your $1,000. And Vic, look at this.
Yes, this has just been announced every month now.
You're seeing it here first.
Every month.
3rd Saturday of every month. And if that turnout suffices, that guarantee will rise. This is going to be the intro lever. The Wizard, and I tried to talk the Wizard down. I'm not going to lie. I was trying to get him at 30,000. He says, nope. The club can handle 40,000 guarantee. It's going to be a 340 buy-in, 40K starting stack, 25-minute levels. First one's going to be on August the 26th. And I am going to need August the 26th off. I've got some things I got going on.
Steve Kennedy wants to know what we're wearing. Well, Brian's got a luau shirt on, and I'm just sitting here in a Speedo.
And we've got the brown water flowing.
Got the brown water flowing. Glad you're watching, Steve. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Get busy on that music for Jim. He wants to see what you've got for him. And we are down to 3-handed. Jeff Wilkie still the chip leader, has been pretty much the chip leader for probably an hour or so, maybe more.
Appreciate those kind words, Robert. Get some sleep, and we will see you in the morning as well. Bright and early, I hope. Grab your coffee. All right, here we go. Zach's going to take a stand here and go on with ace-8. I'm going to take it down.
And Zach just chipping away at that chip lead.
And he'll do that. He'll pick his spots. He's just perfectly fine with picking up dead money.
But 31 big blinds for Jeff, Nape with 13, and Zach with 11.
You could see another spot here. Yep. Again, we talked about that king high here with three-handed. It does become a real strong hand up against two blind hands.
510,000 all in.
This would,
Oh, Jeff does call.
and he does call. He's going to put half of his stack at risk, and giving Zach the chip lead now. Nape gets out of the way, and we're going to go heads up here.
And what a turn of events for Nape this could be.
Yes, very much so.
The pay jumps are massive at this point.
And he was not necessarily the lowest stack, but he was down there for quite a while. And
oh, heart or a 5 or a king. Yeah. A lot of outs there for Zach. Hell of a run for him.
Yep, he played very aggressively, and that's what you have to do in this situation. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him to get any higher than third place, but great job today by Zach, taking down third place money of $4,425 from a $500 buy-in. And now we're going to go heads up, and we're going to situate the players a little bit here. Maybe.
Yeah, the wizard comes
Sometimes
out,
we do.
makes a little broadcast, brings out the trophy, I think. We got the hardware coming out, hopefully. Like to put that on the table, let them know what we're playing for.
And Jeff basically has 4-to-1 chip count here on Nape. And two very fine players.
And fine gentlemen. These are both
And
very,
gentlemen.
Yeah, these guys are very well-spoken, polite players, good players.
That is right. 4 buttons, right? Small button.
And heads up play here, ladies and gentlemen. When you're on the button, you're always the small blind. Big.
30-60, so give me 10 more.
And the button then is always the first one to act after the cards come out pre-flop. I mean pre-flop the first act, and then of course the other player, the big blind, is the person that acts after the flop. Big hand here, heads up for Nape.
And we saw he's got just over 10 big blinds.
And we did see this before with him. Rather than pushing all in, he just smooth calls here, and he gives an opportunity here for Jeff Wilkie.
Nape is going to flop a pair of queens. Oh, and he's going to get
110.
he's going to get Jeff to lead into him as
Yes,
well.
he is. I think because he did not raise pre-flop. Jeff's going to find out where he's at here with Nape. Oh, and Nape is just going to make the call here.
Yeah,
he's a commanding lead.
He's going to see if Jeff wants to fire one more time, and then I think he'll get it all in. But
Check.
Yeah. Action's on Nape here. Already with the check mark next to his name.
yeah, I want to make sure the wizard sends one of them, whoever the winner, back. Hopefully, we get a quick interview with them.
Yeah, that would be great. This is a 15-minute delay, of course. We may or may already have a winner, but we don't know that.
There is the trophy. It is on the table.
Yeah, right in the middle of the table is the trophy for this tournament.
And it's not standing up right now, but it's there.
It's there. And Nape does narrow the lead here a little bit. Makes that gap a little smaller between the two of them.
Yeah, blinds just went up. We're at 30,000, 60,000 now.
And a raise here now from Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff has the queen 10.
And he folds. They both want to grab this first place. $8,856 for first place. The next person out. Not a shabby payday for a $500 buy-in.
Yeah, and you're looking at a difference of about $2,500 between the two spots. So these players are going to play serious. They aren't just going to settle for second. They want that first place.
Yes, they do.
Not only for that $2,500 prize gap, but that trophy.
150.
You know, money comes and goes, but that hardware stays forever.
He's going to make a raise there and a quick fold from Jeff Wilkie. And there's our chip count. Almost 2-1. It
Yeah.
was about 4-1 when they both started heads up here. Thanks, Alan Parr. Yeah, this has been a good game today overall, and we really had a really great final table.
Vic, is that Mike in the back? I think he's got the sweeper out. That guy, he's in the background sweeping tables back there, sweeping around the
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike Flynn, who was just here in the booth with me earlier. Great guy.
Oh, so there we go. We got the trophy there. That's a nice showcase of it.
Check, check.
Check, check. And a 4, no help for Nape. Jeff Wilkie still in the lead in this hand with his Jack 8.
Yeah, we see a card higher than an 8 here. We'll have a chop pot.
150.
Jeff's going to try to shut this down right now by putting a bet out of 150, and he does. Nape folds it.
Get rid of it.
And this will make the gap a little bit greater between the two of them. Jeff Wilkie, our chip leader here. Yeah, Mike's busy back there
He's,
helping us keep the place straightened out.
What an addition he has been to the club.
Really
helping us
has.
out as a member.
We were talking about on our salute to service that Mike was the one that sang the national anthem, did it a cappella, stood up in front of a full room of people and sang, did a great rendition. There was not a dry eye in the house.
It was tough.
It was
It
tough,
was.
yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Nape now with pocket queens.
Wow, serious moment now. Again, just a call.
Just a call.
Yeah,
Wow.
I wonder if he's missing out on value when he's doing this, but oh wow, looky here, tops or middle set.
You're gonna check it. He's trying to set a trap
Oh,
here.
He is. That is a card that Jeff could fire at, but Jeff acts quick. He checks it over to him.
100.
And a quick fold there from Jeff Wilkie. The blinds now continue to go up as they do in these tournaments, and we're back to this just about 2-1 difference between the two players chip count wise. Jeff a little bit better than 2-1. And we're seeing some really good heads up play here. Nobody really getting out of line.
Nape with another pocket pair.
Yeah.
Call.
And a call from Jeff. Let's see if Nape's going to raise this up. With his bigger cards, he basically made smaller bets. Let's see if he makes bigger bets with smaller pairs.
Jeff is very disciplined player, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He is.
20 total. Fold.
And a quick fold there after the raise from Nape. Jeff Wilkie and I go back to Owens Corning days when I worked there. Jeff is still there, but he's getting close to retiring by the end of the year. He was talking about that today. And really isn't working full-time, spending a lot of time on the golf course. And
That's
now that
what I
he's
was going to say. Look at that tan.
Yeah, and now that he's close to retirement, I think as soon as golf season's over, we're going to see a lot of
That's
Jeff.
going to be outstanding. Yep, we're going to... Again, our dailies just keep growing and growing. You know, when I first started here just a year ago, Vic, our dailies were averaging about 3 tables, and now we're getting about 4 to 5 on everything that we do here. So it's awesome to just see the club grow and grow and grow. I'm excited for the monthly 40Ks. First one being next month, August 26th, or 28th? 28th.
150.
Raise 150. Call.
All right, this could be an interesting hand, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we just talked about the ranges when we're shorthanded. Hand ranking goes through the roof.
Check.
250.
250. Fold.
Yeah, solid play there from Jeff. And those of you that haven't been to the Reserve yet, we are the Reserve Poker Club, 5105 Glendale Avenue in Toledo, Ohio. If you are interested in playing in the main event coming up here starting tomorrow, and you haven't been here before, you want to give yourself a little bit of time. In order to be in the club, you have to be in our system, and we make up a player's card for you. Bring a photo ID. That just takes a few minutes.
Yeah, start to finish, that process only takes about 3 minutes. Get you registered. It's a one-time thing. Then it's throughout the rest of your duration of being a member at the club. Any tournament that you want to register, it's a quick pull out your card, hand it to the cage.
So from the button, Nape's going to raise to 160, and a quick call here from Jeff Wilkie.
Check. 220. 220.
And there's a strong play there from Nape with 2 clubs and 2 aces there on the board. This is the payouts here for our $500 buy-in Freezeout. This was a $20,000 prize pool guarantee, and our prize pool wound up being $25,301. There were 55 entries. We're down to two players here. Final table, first place 88.56, second place 6,325. If I said that right, it went up there pretty quick. But anyway, now we're heads up. And we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. And if you are watching us on YouTube, please help us out. Hit that like button, but more importantly, hit that subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers. Really helps us out.
Call. 220. Ready, 220 total.
I'm not here yet. I'm just
I was like, man, that was the quickest half hour ever.
And a limp in from Jeff W. and then a raise by Nape, and Jeff's going to let that go. Long day here. Started today at 5 o'clock. It's now getting close to 12:30, so these players have been grinding it out, as well as the dealers. And we hope everybody that's come to the reserve appreciates how hard we work here. We've got some great dealers. We try to provide you with a great product, particularly with our live stream product. It's very important for us to bring you things that you want to see, things that you want to watch. We appreciate feedback, input. Many of the things that we have going on here are the result of our player feedback and comments, insights. There was one in particular, Big Glenn, who kind of floated the idea of that team tournament to the, not to say that the Wizard was already considering it, but that was been a very creative idea. We had that last night. It was a fun event to have, and we will be having more of that in the future. And 2.5 times now is Jeff Wilkie's lead over Nape, chip count wise. And it's not over till it's over. And we're going to be here right to the end. You can see that P. Diddy, 6th place. Now Nape on the button. And a quick, and a call. And now Jeff.
Check.
Ace 10 here for Nape, and he hits his ace. And he's going to bet this out, but it's going to be a quick fold here from Jeff. It's really shown oh, maybe not. I might be wrong here. Let's see how this plays out. There was no pre-flop raise from Nape. He seems to want to try to set the trap. In this case, it didn't work. Tony says, tell the Wizard we need to get some more women working here. We do have women on our staff, and we're very proud of every one of our dealers. Every one of the staff members here at the Reserve Poker Club, 5105 Glendale Avenue in Toledo, Ohio.
150. Call. Check.
250.
250.
And now Nape here. Folds after a bet from Jeff Wilkie. So we had 55 total players here today, Justin. $500 buy-in. Our prize pool wound up being a total of $25,301. We paid top 6 places. We're now down to the final 2.
Am I small? Yeah. $150. Raise. $150. Call.
Dominic checking in. Jeff Wilkie looking to put some pressure on here.
250.
And a quick fold by Nape. And that gap between the two of them continues to grow now. Over 3-1 in chips Jeff Wilkie has over Nape. These guys are playing to the bitter end here, looking to take down first place of $8,856. Next person out is going to take home $63.25 after investing $500. And right there below that you can see the trophy that's also at stake for first place.
150.
Jeff now picks up pocket jacks. We saw earlier Nape was picking up the pocket pairs. So he's going to raise this with blinds at 30, 60, and 30, and Nape is going to make a quick fold. And Jeff takes down the blinds here again.
He owed 90.
No, Justin, 55 players, 5-5. 55 players today. $500 buy-in, freeze out.
I had jacks, man. That made me calm right down when that happened. I've been here before, heads up, in the 30K for the day here. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, Jeff does have experience here in the live stream room, and particularly being at a final table for the live stream. So Jeff's has quite some experience in terms of playing heads up, playing shorthanded. See if that pays off for him tonight.
Raise. 150.
And this might be Nape's all-in moment here. And it is. He's got pocket fours on the big blind.
All in total is 280.
And after a raise from Jeff, it's just 190. So he is going to make the call. This could be Nape's all-in moment. Basically 2 overs against the pocket fours. See if Nape's fours can hold up. Couple of jacks and 2 hearts. There's an 8, no help.
Man, I had
And
2
the
overs,
fours,
couldn't have guessed that.
the fours are going to hold up
No,
here.
Guessed the 5-6 gave me 2 overs. Good hand.
And Nape is going to double up. And we continue to go. Heads up action here at the reserve. And back to that basically 2-1. Maybe 2.5 to 1 in terms of chip count. Basically 2 to 1 between Jeff and Nape. It had gotten quite a bit higher than that, but Nape closed the gap on that last hand, doubling up, better than doubling up, or basically doubling up. And we continue to see some very disciplined play here, some really good play. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We want to crown a champion here tonight. $500 buy-in. Freeze out started at 5 o'clock today. We had 55 entrants. Tomorrow the big main event starts.
200.
And a raise by Jeff and a quick fold by Nape.
All right, guys. Last hand.
hand at 30 and 60.
And this is the last hand at 30,000, 60,000. The blinds will be going back up, going up again here after this hand. Jeff now has a 3-1 lead on Nape. Alan Parr here to the end as well. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody watching. And if you're watching on our YouTube channel, please subscribe. And we've got an all in here now. Nape in with Queen 6 and Jeff Wilkie Ace-6 of spades. And the ace comes on the river. I mean on the flop, right in the window. Another heart could keep Nape alive, but nope. This tournament is going to go to Jeff Wilkie, ladies and gentlemen. First place for our $20,000 prize pool guarantee, $500 freeze out, and Jeff Wilkie takes down the trophy and the first place of $8,856, and not a shy payoff here for Nape either, $6,325, and going to be happy here to bring the tournament winner in for today's number 4 event here. And actually, I was letting the group know, let's the watchers know, Jeff, that you and I have known each other for quite some time.
It's true.
And it's always a pleasure to see you. You were talking about approaching kind of a retirement.
Yeah.
And $8,856 might even help that decision a little bit more.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And frankly, I wouldn't even be playing poker, I don't think, if it weren't for your introduction to our company of all those charitable events.
Well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. We go back quite a ways when I worked at Owens Corning, and I would put on charity events, no limit Hold'em games. But this was a field of 55 players and a freeze out. Do you prefer a freeze-out type of setting?
I do.
Yeah.
Only because I'm a one buy-in kind of person.
Okay.
So
all right.
If I'm out, I'm out. So
okay.
This works to my advantage.
Okay. So your style of play, then, you've been playing more like that than not for quite some time.
You probably saw me fold the best hand more than once tonight.
Well, I don't know. You're going to go. You go back and watch the live stream, and I think you're going to be real pleased with the way you played. And you've got the trophy here. You can hold that up for the camera. You get to take home some hardware here tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
And put that up on the mantle. Where's the wife going to let you place that in the house?
I don't know. My guess is the garage, but we'll see. We'll see. No, but honestly, I love the game you guys run here. It's top notch. It's one of the reasons I wanted to contribute to the event you put on for our service men and women.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
My hat's off to y'all.
Yeah, I did mention that as well. Jeff and his wife were kindly patrons of our Salute to Service, contributing to that. And when we had the graphic up there showing of all the contributors, Jeff, you and your wife's name was up there, and thank you very much. That was a very big tournament. We will see that type of thing again.
That's cool.
So now you've got some time now. If it's not sunny, and if the golf course isn't flooded, and now you've got some money to buy into. Are you going to be buying into the main event then?
I already bought in
for
tomorrow. I did that last week, only because you're right. If I wake up and it's sunny, I'm probably playing golf, not cards. So I'll be here bright and early at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
All right. And we talked about your sons earlier today.
Yeah.
And are they poker players?
They are, but I don't know that they've played live.
Okay.
I think it's all online.
Oh, okay. And yes, that's a different animal
Absolutely.
as well. So tell us about some moments where you felt throughout the day that maybe your tournament life was over. Do you have those hands that you remember?
Not so much that my tournament life would be over, but I certainly ran well.
Yeah.
In
okay.
moments like sorry dollar bill. Like good Lord, that was a bad beat.
Oh, and the wizard Jim is
right.
Commenting that you got him on a hand as well. But yeah, it was those pocket threes with the spade against the queens, and you really didn't put dollar bill on queens at that point, did you?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I thought he would have 2 overs, and and my threes were going in good. So
yeah, and
clearly misread that.
Yeah, and as it turns out, Jeff ran the board out with the 3 of spades, with spades, 4 spades out there. Actually, 5, I think.
Yeah.
But no, 4 spades. But anyway, well, that's great to hear that you ran well. Oftentimes in these tournaments, there's those tense moments where, you know, you think, man, this isn't going to work out. But you've had a good day and a good ending to the day.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Jeff Wilkie, ladies and gentlemen, the champion of our $500 Freezeout $20,000 prize pool guarantee. We are going to be back here bright and early tomorrow with flight 1A. 11 a.m. Doors will open at 10 a.m. So I got to get home and get some sleep, as I'm sure, Jeff, you do too. And this is what the Summer Series main event looks like starting tomorrow, actually starting today at 11 a.m. So
If you all haven't been here, I encourage you to come.
yeah,
Awesome.
thank you for those kind words, Jeff. So thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. And we will be back in the booth tomorrow night. Well, we'll be doing the final table of the 6 p.m. flight. And then we will do that again Friday night and Thursday night, Saturday night, and all of that will culminate into Sunday, day 2, where we'll have our feature table going on at some point late in the afternoon, and then the final table for that. So, okay, so we're gonna try to go prime time better instead of late with those flights. We're gonna do a feature table at some time in the evening. Look for us that information on Facebook, and there will be live streaming through the rest of the week until we come up to Sunday when the main live stream will take place. So you're gonna, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, see more of me, and we will continue to bring you a great show and great action here from the Reserve Poker Club, Toledo, Ohio. Be safe, everybody.